Today, we're going to totally change how you see the world map. Because that image you've seen your whole life, well, it's hiding a huge secret. And buried inside this very common picture is one of the biggest distortions in modern geography.
You know the one I'm talking about. It's been in our classrooms, our textbooks, on the news. It feels right, you know? The sizes seem balanced, we just trust it. But here's the thing. Our entire mental picture of the Earth, it's basically built on a lie.
So, take a good look. I mean, really look at it. You've got Greenland way up north, Africa sitting there near the center. At first glance, it seems totally normal, right? But I want you to challenge that. What is actually wrong with this picture?
The answer, it all comes down to one single, kind of shocking number, 14. 14! What on earth could that mean? Okay, so here it is. On that map we all grew up with, Greenland looks like it's about the same size as Africa. But in reality, the continent of Africa is 14 times larger than Greenland. Yeah, you heard that right, 14. That's not just a little mistake, that is a massive, catastrophic distortion. And to really wrap your head around just how huge Africa is, get this. You could take the entire United States, China, India, and most of Europe, and fit them all inside the African continent with room to spare. Africa isn't just big, it's unbelievably massive, and the standard map completely hides that fact from us.
So you've got to be asking, why would a map this wildly inaccurate even exist? Well, the answer is, it was never actually meant to teach us geography in the first place. It was created as a very specific tool for a very specific job.
For that, we gotta go way back. We're talking 1569. A Flemish mapmaker, a cartographer named Gerardus Mercator, he's the one who designed this map. And his goal wasn't to show the world how it really looked. No, he was trying to solve a huge problem for sailors out on the open ocean.
And what he created is called the Mercator projection. Its whole purpose wasn't education. It was all about navigation. See, this map sacrifices the true size of things for one absolutely critical feature, preserving direction. And this is why it was such a game changer. Imagine you're a sailor in the 1500s. With this map, you just pick your destination, draw a single straight line to it, and then you just follow that one compass direction the entire way. It made navigating so much simpler and safer than anything they had before.
Okay, but wait, if it was just a tool for sailors, how in the world did it end up in every classroom? Let's dig into how this very specialized tool became the global standard we all know today.
So here's the trade-off, the technical catch that Mercator had to make. To keep those lines of direction perfectly straight, he had to stretch out the land masses. And the farther away they were from the equator, the more he had to stretch them. This is why things near the North and South Poles get so ridiculously exaggerated.
And the distortions are just staggering. I mean, look at Alaska on the map. It looks gigantic, right? In reality, it's smaller than Libya. And Greenland, which looks absolutely enormous, is actually about the same size as the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is just one country inside of Africa.
And this is where we get to the unintended but really powerful consequence. This map got super popular right during the age of European exploration. By making Europe look big and dominant right in the center, while Africa looks smaller and kind of manageable, it ended up reinforcing a very Eurocentric view of the world. And that perception has stuck around for centuries.
But this isn't just some old history lesson. Today, right now, there's a real modern push to correct this distorted picture of our world.
And the reason for this pushback is pretty simple, actually. The original reason we needed the Mercator map, it's basically obsolete for most of us. We have GPS now. We're not navigating with 16th century paper maps anymore.
And this has become a serious issue. The African Union has actually criticized the constant use of the Mercator map. They argue that when you visually shrink the continent over and over again, it subtly reinforces these really outdated ideas about Africa's importance in the world. It's really about correcting a visual imbalance that's been shaping our perceptions for almost 500 years.
So what does a more accurate map even look like? Well, here's a side-by-side. On the left, you've got the Mercator, and on the right, what's called an equal area projection. Instead of messing with the size to keep direction straight, an equal area map does the opposite. It preserves the true scale of the continents. And suddenly, you see Africa as it really is.
But you know, at the end of the day, this whole story isn't just about lines on a page. It teaches us something much bigger, something that goes way beyond geography. It's about how easily we can mistake what's familiar for what's true.
So, after all that, you're probably asking yourself, okay, so which flat map is the perfect one?
the right one.
And here is the single most important truth about making maps. None of them are perfect. Not a single one. It is literally impossible to perfectly represent a round planet on a flat piece of paper without some kind of distortion. Every single map is a trade-off. It has to choose what to preserve and what to distort.
And that brings us right to our final and most crucial point. We sort of inherit maps the same way we inherit stories. We rarely stop to question who made them or why. So the next time you look at a world map, don't just ask if it looks normal. Ask yourself, what is this map asking me to believe?